everybody, and welcome to another episode from the Realm of Vasten. Well, last episode I asked kind of a poll question, and I'm recording this the day that episode came out, the morning, like an hour after that episode came out right now. So I've not yet seen any results. I hope that there are some results. So basically, Vasten episodes are coming out every 3 days or so. Unless I take an off day, but that's like the general plan, right? It's like an episode of Vasten, episode of War Goals, episode of Villagecraft, and rinse and repeat, with an occasional, off day between, stuff like that. I've toyed around with going every other day for every video, so it's really like 6 days between Vasten episodes. But I feel like I want more than that. But that being said, I have it's my boy's 3rd birthday today, and basically I need to get a little bit of material, so this is probably gonna be a little bit of Talky episode. I don't have all that long, but I wanted to sort of just touch base with you guys, my friends, and discuss what's going on, what's going on with my life and how things are and all that kind of stuff, because I have not been on Vasten very much recently, or anywhere really. I talked to Pride about that last night. So my boy's turning 3, my older boy. I have an older boy, Harrison, and a younger boy, Lincoln, and he is turning 3 on Saturday. So first thing is first, we have in-laws coming. In-laws inbound, and I love them, and they are great. That being said, I think I've talked about this in previous videos. It's not like something where I feel totally comfortable being like, hey guys, cool, you guys have fun, I'm gonna go and record my game videos, because it's not like this is a job, even though I do treat it like that at times, so that's first. So it's oh, hey, block lag, what's up? It's kind of weird, it's kind of weird that because they don't get it, and it's totally cool. They don't get this hobby at all, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that being said, they're going to be here, and I'm probably not going to be able to get on and play any of the 3 worlds that I'm currently playing in. But we just need some stuff. We've been running. I've been building and building, and not actually mining, and it's kind of time that I need to do this. So this is the opportunity that I have. Oh, okay, there we go. So I'm going to take it. Anyway, so that's first thing. Second thing with my boy. So my older son Harrison is autistic, and if you don't know what that means, which a lot of people don't know what that means, I didn't know truly. I mean, I had an idea. I didn't really know what it meant until his diagnosis, and then as a parent, you go on the fast track of learning whenever that diagnosis comes down. So with him being autistic, luckily we caught it quite early. We caught it just shortly after he turned 1. He was about 15 months old whenever we took him to get tested, because he was nonverbal, and there were some other things, like there was really no eye contact, things like that, that was a little bit worrisome, and I guess it was well founded. So fortunately we had a really great early intervention therapist. I gotta tell you, this is really hard to play with this block lag. It's very difficult. Hopefully we'll get this taken care of fairly soon. I don't think it's a server issue, because when I go to vanilla, there's nothing wrong with it. So anyway, we caught it. His therapist for early intervention caught it very quickly and said, "Hey, I think we should get him tested." Which is not a fun conversation to have with the family. And sure enough, the therapist came back and said, "I can say with great certainty that he is autistic," and that was a real kick to the gut, if you can imagine. It's not the news that you want to hear. It's not something that goes away or you get better from. It's not like getting sick that you can recover from. But at the same point, it's not life-threatening either, although certainly you can put yourself in life-threatening situations, by kind of a lack of awareness around. But so with that being said, he's been in therapy. He has therapy. He has here's the schedule. Monday he has speech at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then he has outpatient speech, which is a different thing, at 9:30, which we have to drive about almost an hour to. It's like 45 minutes. We don't have to go that far, but I found a speech therapist that is tremendous, and Harrison has really taken to, so it's worth it because he responds so well to him. So that's Monday. Tuesday, we have 2.5 hours of something that they call wraparound. And what wraparound is kind of like a special autistic therapy where they help them with sort of anything from school to daily life tasks and that kind of stuff. Then a Wednesday, same thing as Monday. So he has, something not really speech. He has a therapy in the morning for an hour, and then he has outpatient speech, which is an hour away. It's only half an hour of the outpatient speech, but because it's an hour away, it's basically a 3-hour trip. Which I feel a little bit bad because my baby has to come to all that stuff, and I'm sure that as a baby, you don't want to spend so much time in the car, but it's fine. He's a trooper. So. What's happening here? Oh, I'm on my shovel. Man, gee whiz, man. I'm not focused here. This is not the easiest subject for me to talk about, as you, I'm sure, can imagine as a parent. I mean, it's been long enough now, as it's been, coming up on 2 years, that, you kind of get used to it, but that doesn't mean that it is easier to really discuss, So, so whatever. So that's kind of the first thing, the schedule, and with him turning 3 now, early intervention is a service that anyone can get if you qualify for it. It doesn't have to be like autistic or anything like that. If your child is behind on speech or physical things, one of my friends had got early intervention services because their child had trouble eating. So it's things like that. Obviously with speech being a real issue for Harrison, early intervention was hugely important. But now it only lasts until 3. And then it becomes something else around here. I live in Pennsylvania, so every state has its own thing, but it's basically the same sort of idea. So the schedule is going to change, so we're getting basically all new therapists. And so there's been a lot of getting accustomed to that new schedule, new routines, all that kind of stuff. And for an autistic child, a routine is hugely important. Harrison they don't really use the term high functioning anymore. That has been phased out, along with the term like Asperger's. You've probably heard of that. Asperger's that's the kind of autism, which is actually really no longer a thing. Holy cow, already. Asperger's, it's just a term that they don't use anymore, right? But that's what you might see traditionally in like a TV show that has an amazing an amazingly high functioning, brilliant, super brilliant autistic person who can perform amazing surgeries, but then can barely function in society, and I'm sure that's entertaining. That's a tough one for me to watch because it hits a little close to home, So we've been in therapy, and he is doing spectacularly well. Like I couldn't be more proud of him ever. I couldn't anyway in any case, but especially given just so much therapy for he started all this when he was like 1.5. So a 1.5 doing like 3 hours of therapy a day it's amazing, the attention span. And on the other hand, he is super smart. Here's like a lot of every parent says, oh, my kid's super smart, whatever. Yeah, sure, that's great. We think, and it's really hard to say because he doesn't talk that much, but we think that potentially he is like off the charts, like next level smart type of thing. Like when he was 2, he could do his whole alphabet. He could count to like 50. Except for it's just really hard to understand because of his speech is a real hurdle for him. Speech and talking and communication and stuff is really hard. But at the same point, he is like he could tell, like when he's 2, he could look down at a shape and count the sides and tell you it was a hexagon. That's not normal. You know what I mean? That's not like that's not a normal 2-year-old sort of skill. So Oh, by the way, I don't think I've shown this on one of my videos. I know Pride did, but Pride redid this whole storage. Look at this system. Now, I should say, I don't know where anything goes. I just wanted to drop off cobblestone stuff, but I don't know. I mean, are all these full? They sure do look like it. Okay, wow. Okay. I don't know what to do here. I don't know where I could put stuff. Is this like the drop-off chest, maybe? No, that's just all fish. Holy crap! Are you kidding? This is all cooked fish. Wow. Okay. What, miscellaneous? Okay. Maybe I'll just throw it in here. Jeez, man. Wow. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I don't know what to do. I'll just throw it in here and we'll sort this out later. Pride is going on vacation, so I don't know when they'll be back to sort of help me tell me where everything's supposed to go. So anyway, so this week and the next week, that's why I'm kind of doing a Talky episode now, because it's going to be a few days before I can get on, and I thought I could just get on and sort of record a stream of consciousness episode now and do some things that we really need on the realm. Actually, we kind of need diamonds. Like, we're kind of getting to the place where we really could use some diamonds soon. I mean, we still have a lot, but we've been churning through them like crazy, and maybe it's about time that we try to get some. So hopefully I'll find some. Anyway, so he's been doing, Harrison's been doing unbelievably well. He is a really great therapist. The new ones are great. The old ones we got really lucky. I know that not all therapists are good. We got a couple really, really good ones that he took to really well. I see you, and I'm really sad to lose them, because they are well, the one saw that he might be autistic before any of us did, and my wife works with kids for a living, and you know, it's just different when it's yours. I had got an ed degree, and I've taught kids for, you know, most of my life, and my wife sees kids every day in the medical field. So, I mean, we know kids, but when it's your kid, it's just different. It's just different. You just don't see it, you know. So, you know, so anyway, so that's sort of like my daily life, you know. Both of the kids still take naps at 1:00 p.m. generally, although Harrison is starting to phase out of that, so that makes me sad, because that was sort of my me time. It probably sounds selfish, but listen, here's the reality of life. Wow, we have gone to town on this. I didn't realize we'd mind so much. Look, if you don't take some time to yourself, occasional time to yourself, like right now, usually I take about 20 minutes whenever my son is in wraparound here at the house, and my younger son goes to bed, because that is like my only time to myself where I can, like, it's either do chores, or honestly sometimes I just sit down. You know, sometimes I sit down and just look at my phone, because like it is full on for the entire day. Now that he's not napping, I don't get that sort of break. And I don't want to sound like it's a chore, because it's not, but it's challenging to go so hard for so long. Just playing. And that sounds easy, but you know, with two, it can be very challenging. It can be very, very challenging at times. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to attempt to keep up the, the content, because I really love doing it. You know, this is something that I really love doing. I find it to be really fun. But at the same point, it's not my job. So, you know, I'm going to try to keep up the content as regularly as I possibly can. If a few days go by and there's no video, I'm sorry for those of you who really, you know, like seeing the daily video grind, because that's something I really like to do, and I really love that you love it too. But we'll just do the best that we can. We'll work together and just do. That was a silverfish. We must be in Extreme Hills. Yeah, we are. I'll just do the best I can, and hopefully you guys will bear with me. I'm sorry about the Talky episode here today. I know it's just mining, and I know that sometimes I get annoyed by these when I'm watching people's videos, but this was the best thing. So here's the thing. Next episode, we are going to... Sorry, I hit the mic. Tried to pick my nose. Nah, not pick it, rub it. Yeah, I was kind of pick it, to be honest. I don't know why I'm lying to you. You can't see me. So... next episode, I'm going to take into account the poll in the comments. So if you didn't comment, you still have a chance. I probably haven't. Well, maybe I have started. It's hard to say with the in-laws coming in, but about where my sort of getaway kingdom is going to be. I'm still going to keep working on White Sands, but then it's going to be like a chance where I can get away, just kind of go and do something else for a couple episodes, just as a mind break from this. You know what I mean? So you still have a chance. You still have a chance to vote on that, I think, and I will take those votes into consideration, and that's where we'll go next. So next episode will take place in whatever kingdom you guys, my friends, want to see. So either Sandrascu, the Banking Clan, or Adjury, the Arbor Druids home base. So hopefully one of those is good for you guys, and hopefully you like it, and hopefully hopefully I get some votes. I really enjoyed getting some of those comments the last episode that I asked for comments, where it was, do I do a palace or a church? Because that was fun. It was fun for me to know that I'm producing something that someone else wants to see come to life in this pretty amazing world that we have created. So my break is about over. I'm gonna go and check out my boys' therapy, and I will see you guys next time. Here, this is a good place to end. Right there. I'll see you next time from the Realm of Vasten. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my friends. Their channels are linked in the description. They are amazing builders, amazing people, and I will see you guys next episode.